From your official UK station for Big Blue Nation, this is the 2021 UK Basketball Preview, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Welcome into a special edition of BBN Game Day. It's our Kentucky basketball season preview show presented by the UK Federal Credit Union. I'm Christy Thomas here with Keith Farmer and Anna Tarullo.
Yeah, and today is all about basketball. The Kentucky Wildcats have 2 exhibitions under their belt, but the regular season officially kicks off on Tuesday, November 9th against the Duke Blue Devils.
That's right. We're getting you ready for the Champions Classic and the basketball season as a whole with exclusive, never-before-seen interviews with the players, the coaches, plus Kentucky legend Jack Goose Givens is joining us to give his perspective on the upcoming season.
But first of all, I really can't believe that it's basketball season, you guys.
It does seem to sneak up on you, doesn't it? All right, we don't want to waste time harping on the struggles of last season.
No, sir.
We all remember 9 total wins in a shortened season. The important part is this year's team is hungry to prove themselves and to bring winning basketball back to Kentucky.
And what better way to do that than kicking off the season against one of the Cats' biggest rivals, that's Duke, of course, and head coach Mike Krzyzewski. But let's take a look at the rest of Kentucky's schedule as well. Here's the non-conference. Home games against Robert Morris, Mount St. Mary's, Ohio, Albany, North Florida, Central Michigan, Southern, Louisville, and of course Tubby's High Point. Plus road games against Notre Dame in South Bend, Ohio State, and Las Vegas for the CBS Sports Classic, and then in Kansas at the Fog in Lawrence for the SEC Big 12 Challenge.
Yeah, on to the conference schedule now, and you see here that the Wildcats will play an 18-game league schedule. They'll have home and home series against Florida, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Alabama, and LSU.
We got to get ourselves on that LSU trip, guys. All right, well, here's how Las Vegas trip. Here's how all the SEC teams are projected to fall this year, according to that media, that is. Kentucky is once again picked to finish the season as SEC champions, but the league as a whole is looking pretty strong this year, Keith.
Yeah, take, for instance, Vandy. They're down near the bottom, but the Commodores do have the media's pick for Conference Player of the Year. Pretty good one, sophomore guard Scottie Pippen Jr. But let's talk about Kentucky's guards. It's such a talented and diverse group, really. You have a true point guard and junior transfer, Sahvir Wheeler. Great court vision and ball handling abilities. He led the SEC in assists last year and is looking to do so again while also being a menace on defense and getting himself to the basket as well.
And Ty Washington, he's more of a scoring threat. He brings the ball up fast. Really, all of those guys do, and his shot is super smooth. When Ty gets hot this year, he'll definitely be one of the best players in the country, we think.
Speaking of hot hands, Davion Mintz is back for another season in Lexington. This time he'll have the full force of the BBN behind him, throw in his alley-oops, and I don't know, apparently he can block shots now. How about that? Even if he's coming off the bench, Mintz will be a valuable piece on this team.
Hard to imagine a Kentucky Wildcat having more experience than Kellen Grady. The grad transfer scored over 2,000 points in his 4 years at Davidson. He knows his role on the team, and that's going to be knocking down shots. Same for C.J. Frederick and, of course, Dante Allen.
I know that our team can play fast. Our team has the ability to play defense. Obviously, it's something that we got to put more of an emphasis on, which I felt like we have for the last week. So, just a lot of scoring. Like, there's a lot of buckets on this team.
A lot of buckets, Anna. You've got to like the sound of that.
Yeah, especially when they're fast up and down the court, too.
Yes.
We'll take it. All right, let's go to the interior now. Not quite as deep down low, but still a lot of options here for Coach Calipari to play with depending on the matchup. Let's start with the most familiar face. That's Keon Brooks Jr. We're expecting big things from him in his 3rd year as a Wildcat. He wants to stretch the floor, and he's been working on his three-point shooting all offseason and consistency, of course.
Here's a guy that Kentucky needs to be consistent. Oscar Tshiebwe, 250 pounds, 7% body fat. Okay, he'll absolutely bully you down low. He said rebounding is how he's going to make his money. If he can draw defenders in under the basket, that's going to help all of these guards that we just talked about really get open and make shots.
Yeah, Lance Ware is one having to go up against Big O every day in practice. That can't be easy, but you also have to figure it's making him better. Ware is a self-described dog. He doesn't need to be pretty. He just wants to get the job done. Him stepping up in his sophomore year, especially on nights where Oscar is limited or just not playing his best will be huge.
And then, of course, Damian Collins is this team's biggest shot-blocking threat. We saw that in the first exhibition. His wingspan is approximately 75 feet. Seriously, though, he is long and lean. He needs to beef up maybe a little bit. We'll have more on that in just a minute. But Collins does have tremendous upside.
Same can be said for Bryce Hopkins. Flew a little under the radar in the preseason until reports started surfacing about how he was impressing everyone and giving Keon Brooks a run for his money at that 4 spot.
And biggest personality on the team goes to Jacob Toppin. He's been dealing with a shoulder injury, so we haven't seen a lot of him so far, but we know he brings something totally different to the table than any other guy on the roster.
That's right. And here's what Oscar Tshiebwe believes he and his fellow front court have learned from the exhibition games.
I learned a lot. I learned from playing against other people. It is a game like speed and understanding the game of basketball. This game is about like mental up here. You might be physical and everything, but if you don't really think, it is nothing.
Speed, guys. We heard Calipari preach that at Media Day. He wants this team playing fast.
Yeah,
Me too.
But will he actually let them do that? We have Jack Goose Givens in the studio with us to give his take on the style of play that the BBN should expect this season.
Plus, who's impressing him the most heading into the Duke game? We'll find out coming up.
The 2021 UK Basketball Preview, presented by UK Federal Credit Union, sponsored by Alltech, CHI St. Joseph Health, Kroger, Papa John's, Shelter Insurance, UK Healthcare, and Toyota.
How's it working out with Benny here at the credit union?
Yeah. I'll be right with you, man. My bad.
Benny's better at football. We're better at banking.
He's working out, in a sense.
UK Federal Credit Union. It's banking, only better.
Start your journey in a new Toyota. Where you end up is up to you. With 15 different all-wheel drive Toyotas to choose from, the possibilities are endless. Head to the trails in Avenza. Find a fishing hole with RAV4. Just have fun in a Tacoma. Hit the slopes in the family-size Sienna. Or get a grip on the road in the all-wheel drive Camry. All come with the traction you need for confident driving. Any road, any weather. Your adventure. Your Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
You're watching the 2021 UK Basketball Preview, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
I feel like every time we talk, you're like the happiest guy on the planet.
You have to be happy. The one thing I learned about the happiest man in the world, they don't always get whatever they want, but they mostly living the best life because you're just happy. The life, you gotta enjoy your life all the time. You cannot let anybody take your happiness away because happiness is the key to successful. Now, when I get in a basketball court, you're not gonna catch me smiling. Nope. That's a business. There's a business time and the time to enjoy your time. When I'm in a basketball court, I take it serious. That's my business time. I gotta go. Yeah, we can have fun after I finish play. When I'm out there, it's business time. You probably like, this man probably don't smile. Like I say, you're gonna find out for the game. I'll smile with you. That's what I do.
Every chance that I get to talk with Oscar Tshiebwe, I know my day is going to be bright and happy, and all my cares in the world are going to fade away.
I mean, how do you not love that? I mean, what great advice from such a young man. I mean, right. Something we could all take from there. Well, you might have noticed 1978 national champion, turned UK sports analyst, Jack Goose Givens, is joining us now. All right, Goose. Oscar, really a perfect example of what Coach Calipari is addressing this season. We already said it. We don't have to harp on the pain of last year. Let's not. But it is amazing to kind of compare these two rosters, even the coaching staff, and really be able to see clearly what Coach Cal believes he was missing last year and how he's responding this year. So, Jack, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, first thought, we do have to remember last season, whether we want to get all wrapped up in it or not, we don't, but we have to prove that that was just a fluke and a fluky kind of year. So we can get that out of the way. But yeah, he did. He first knew that he had to get stronger inside. So you go get Oscar, who is an absolute beast in the paint. We just talked about that. I've said it before, I'll say it again, he's a throwback. He's one of those guys who doesn't mind knocking a guy down. Now, he reaches down to help him out. Don't get me wrong, he's a nice guy.
There you go.
But he wants to make himself felt in there. Then the other thing, obviously, was we needed to get more shooters in. And, man, do we have a bunch of shooters this year. I like the fast pace we're going to see. I'm an offensive guy. There's no secret about that. So I like having guys who have the freedom and the ability on top of that to shoot the basketball. We have some young guys who still have some learning to do, but the vets we have is going to make it really fun.
All right, Goose, we've seen some practice, we've seen some Big Blue Madness, we've seen some exhibition games, but with all of those new faces we were just talking about, it's going to take some time to see how it all fits together. If we're making you look ahead into the future, what do you think BBN should expect from this team as a whole, specifically in terms of style of play?
Style of play is going to be up and down. When you have the guys we have, especially with Wheeler and Ty, these guys who can handle the ball, who have quickness, and who can get out on the wing with all the shooters, it means get the ball off the glass and get it up the floor. Now, is getting the ball off the glass going to be a problem? It could be. So it's going to have to be equal opportunity rebounding of the basketball, because you have guys on the wing. If you look at Brooks, if you look at Grady, you look at these guys on the wing who can handle the ball. So what if a guard gets a rebound? They pitch it up, they get out on the break, and that means a lot of points, which again makes me real happy.
All right, if we want to get nitpicky, which we'll do just briefly, interior defense could be that problem, that certain place that needs some improvement. Listen into this from Coach Cal.
If you can play interior defense, you're going to play for us. So you want to play interior defense. You know, I know Oscar was out, and he's hip's been bothering him, so I left him out the rest of the game. But it doesn't matter. We had other guys that, you know, we tried 2 or 3 different guys to say, let's go, let's see how you do. Didn't do very well.
Goose, are you concerned with the Cats' interior defense, especially if there are those nights where Oscar does have to be out or he's just limited, fouls, whatever such?
Yeah, and there's reason to be. I mean, watching that Kentucky Wesleyan game, you have a guy light you up in the paint mostly for 29 points. I'm not saying this kid is not a good player, but he's not one of the better players that Kentucky's going to see. So I'm interested to see what that guy does. Does he get 30 again the next 3 or 4 games? Then I'm not as concerned. But as it is right now, yes, I'm concerned. You take Oscar out, we're not built for power. We're just not. So how are we going to battle that? What are we going to do? Does that mean we're going to play more zone defense? And once again, take advantage of those athletes on the wing? We'll have to see, but it is a legitimate concern, that interior defense.
Well, you've seen this team play more than most people between practices and exhibition scrimmages, that kind of thing. Who has impressed you so far this year? Is there one guy maybe that you're on the lookout for?
The one guy I've been most impressed with is Davion Mintz. And you think, well, hell, he didn't even start the last game. What do you mean? Well, that's why I'm impressed. Did he complain? Did he get upset? Heck no. He said, Coach, you do with me what you want. But the reason I've been most impressed, number one, he's shooting the basket lights out in practice. And then he has that confident leadership that this team is going to have. So Davion first, second is Brooks. And yes, I love the way he shoots the ball now. Last year, at the end of the year, he was trying to prove to the next level maybe that he can shoot the basketball. Shooters know you have to get easy stuff in order to have confidence shooting it. He was on the wing. Yes, he made some three-point shots, but he's back to that active, athletic Brooks that we all know. And then, of course, Ty.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you say? He has a confidence that is just unseen in guys his age. And we've had some great players in. We've had some really good freshmen. But already he's playing like maybe a junior with his confidence and his ability to blend in with the guys around him. That doesn't come easy, but he's made it look easy.
All right, Goose, don't go anywhere. We're bringing you back in just a few minutes to dive more specifically into this Duke game.
And you at home, don't go anywhere either, because coming up next, we have our exclusive sit-down interviews with every single member of this year's basketball team, only on BBN Game Day.
Tune in before every game for the Don Franklin Countdown to Tip-Off Show with Dave Baker and Jack Givens, featuring conversations with other former UK stars and Coach Cal. It airs 90 minutes prior to game time on the UK Sports Network radio affiliates or through the UK Athletics app.
When you're named the #1 hospital in Kentucky for 5 straight years, it comes with enormous responsibility. A responsibility that we're honored to hold. It means that no healthcare challenge is too big or too small. It means that we will always show the best of us. It means that we are the hospital to meet the healthcare needs of the Commonwealth. The best in Kentucky, the best for Kentucky. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
What you got there, Dad? Oh man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
You're watching the 2021 UK Basketball Preview, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
One word to describe who you are on the court.
Locked in, focused, versatile,
competitive,
impactful, a dog.
That's 2 words.
Dog?
I'm just kidding.
Oh boy. I just get really emotional in the game, and sometimes I just don't even know what I'm doing. Sometimes I just have so much fun with the game.
Fun.
So some that answer might vary. Some might say that, I don't know, I'm annoying because they say I throw elbows. I don't know.
I would say on the court, I would be energetic.
The winner. Locked in on the court the whole time, just play hard. But then you will see me smile. I don't get mad or nothing like that. Well, not all the time. I mean, I just play hard. One word, probably fierce.
Winner, really.
And what about who you are off the court?
Off the court, outgoing. You really don't know what to expect with me, so.
Laid back. Outgoing.
Not outgoing, the opposite of that. So.
Not outgoing, so kind of like a little more introverted.
Yeah, but kind of shy, but not really, so yeah.
I like to joke around, have fun. Friendly, talkative.
I would say I'm just a cool guy to be around, kind of shy at first, but once you get to know me, I'm really fun to be around and just chill.
It's a chiller.
Chill. Off the court, I'm really chill. Off the court, real chill. You know, a good time.
Cool.
So the consensus is they're all pretty chill.
Yeah,
off the court,
sounds like
I guess.
it. Yeah. Sorry. Welcome back into the BBN Game Day. It's our Kentucky basketball season preview episode. You heard the players describing themselves on and off the court. Well, we're going to keep that going.
Well, we'll get a little more in on these guys and their personalities in just a minute. But first, they sat down with Maggie Davis. They wanted to give their view on the season ahead.
We're playing well together. Everyone's starting to mesh well together. We have a lot of scoring pieces. We have a lot of defensive pieces. I feel like we're going to be a very good team this year because we can do a lot on offense and on the defensive end. It's just, a lot of stress is being taken away with a lot of people having different talents. You don't have to feel responsible for a lot of other things. Just get out there and have fun for real.
So how would you compare the practices you were in last year with the practices so far this year?
This year, the practice is way different. We have a lot of energy. We got a bunch of guys who seems more hungry. They just want to go out there and play tomorrow and win the game.
And Coach Cal, he understands this is new to half of us here, so he's doing his best to get us all on board. But he's really not waiting for nobody, so it's just we're leading each other, pushing each other every day to try to get better.
I mean, you grow up watching guys like John Wall and Anthony Davis, guys you look up to, and now I'm kind of I'm at the same place they are, and I have a little understanding of how it is here. It still really hasn't hit me yet, but I'm really, really excited to be a part of this group and to be a part of this team.
I think the team is we're really good, we're talented, but just have to put stuff together. I mean, we're bonding off the court, we got to still bond on the court because we don't have as much on the court time. It's been fun just to see how good some of these people, some people on the team really are.
What is the one kind of specific element of your game that you're focusing on improving the most from now until that first game of the season?
Definitely, adding the floater, just seeing that shot that shot's been utilized in the NBA, and also consistency from the three-point line, and also getting back to being a tenacious defender that I once was prior to going to Georgia, because I know I slacked off in that area. But those are the three main things that you guys are going to be able to see an incredibly big difference, a big jump on from last year to this year.
Really just, shooting the ball from behind the three. I was a pretty good mid-range shooter, shot the ball decently well from the free throw line. Now the next step is just to take a couple steps back, get an extra point.
It's not too far, right? Just a couple steps.
Yeah, just a couple steps.
A lot of shot repetition, shooting off the dribble, working in ball screens, that type of stuff.
I've been working out like jump shot, post move, like passing stuff. Every day I'm getting better.
Obviously, everybody could see I was shooting last year, but this year it's going to be an emphasis on just like getting by people. Like I said, impact winning. That's my thing above everything else.
By the time we start the season, I think I'll be unstoppable.
More conditioning, gain weight, get bigger. Me, I think I have to eat like 5,000 calories a day.
No way.
Yeah, so it's pretty hard, but it's something that you have to do.
So can we walk through a normal day? What kind of things are you eating in a normal day?
Me, I basically eat anything, but I have to eat a certain amount of times a day. I know I eat a big breakfast, something in between then, lunch, something between that too, then dinner, and I'll probably eat after dinner too.
It's been amazing. The chemistry is just completely different. One of the most bonded groups I've ever played with. It just feels like a mini house in the lodge where we live now, so it's cool. I love it.
It was the first week on campus. We was playing pool and just a bunch of fun stuff that this team is just doing, and I'm really just loving these guys.
Yeah, I never clicked with people like this I just met. I never clicked so fast.
Because we hang out so much off the court, that's making us better for on the court, because we start to trust each other and stuff like that.
We're super close. If you see one of us, the next 13 is somewhere to be found somewhere, so I think that's going to carry on to the court.
Early in the summer, we were all kind of figuring out what our role was going to be on the team and how we were going to make impact to the team, and now you're starting to see everyone at this stage kind of find their role.
What do you think the BBN should expect out of this team as a whole this season?
Definitely going to be better than last year's team, I think. I hope and I know, as far as from a win standpoint, but overall just a group of guys who care for each other, who's going to go out there every night and compete like it's their last game.
Us, we expect a lot from ourselves. We have to bounce back from last season, and that's what we plan on doing.
With a roster this big, everyone sort of has to figure out what they bring to the table that's going to help them get on the court. What would you say that is for you?
I would say just my versatility, being 6'7" and having guard skills. Coach Kyle likes me to handle the ball on the perimeter. I can take guys off the dribble from my size.
Working on just strength and conditioning for me, just taking myself to the next level to where I'm more reliable for full game situations. Just any time that I'm, relied upon, just make sure I'm ready.
I'm going to be selfless and a servant leader just because I'm the oldest of 6 kids. I have 5 siblings. I'm going to come from a place of love, and ultimately I'm going to do whatever it takes to win.
I feel like we're going to be a good group because we want we want to see each other succeed, and I feel like playing time is going to come. Whoever's playing well that game, we're going to be happy for them. Whoever plays well the next game, we're going to be happy for them that game. So it's just a matter of time and just playing for each other and not being too worried about yourself.
Calipari, I feel like always is saying, if you want to be the best, you have to play against the best, and that starts in practice, and it sounds like that's sort of what you've seen so far.
I'm blessed to be able to play against somebody like Oscar every day. He's 260, super strong, athletic, so that's only getting me better, so I'm here for it. Even if one day I don't have the best practice, I'm here for the next practice, and I'm coming with a positive attitude because I know I'm getting better, and there's not going to be a lot of guys like Oscar.
Just being in the practice presence alone, you feel like you have to get better. You're gonna get pushed. Unless someone's coming at your neck. So it's been super fun, and I think it's a competitive dream to be at a place like this.
And I like practices like that. Me, Oscar, we go at it every day. Oscar's getting me better, and I'm getting Oscar better, and that's what it's really about.
I'm so happy to be in this team. Probably the best team I have been. I'm looking forward for what is coming and what God has for us.
Shocker, he's happy, right? All right. Coming up, I had the chance to sit down with assistant coach Jay Lucas to talk about this basketball team.
Plus, more from the players about who they are off the court. Here's Lance Ware with a sneak peek.
Off the court, I feel like we have a lot of good personalities and a lot of good people. We're talkative. I think that a lot of people on this team have big personalities and like meeting people and always want to go out and, meet new people and hang together.
A special thank you to our cornerstone partners, Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics, and Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Kroger. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
A shield against the elements. Comfort in the midst of chaos. Shelter in the aftermath of destruction. For 75 years, Shelter Insurance has remained true to our promise to be there when you need us most. This is the heartbeat of our company, our why. And throughout our history, it has never wavered. Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
From your official UK station for Big Blue Nation, this is the 2021 UK Basketball Preview, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to your official Kentucky basketball season preview show here on BBN Game Day. Well, coming up, we'll go behind the scenes with the team on Picture Day at the Kentucky Castle. And, of course, we're looking ahead to that November 9th game against the Duke Blue Devils. But right now, we're giving assistant coach Jay Lucas the floor. He sat down with our Keith Farmer.
The transfer portal really helped this team kind of just have a collection of players that's got a lot of college experience. Then you've got the freshmen that this team typically has. What's that like, seeing that kind of change?
It's been good because, you know, the guys who came from the portal and stuff like that, they've added just a older vibe to the team, and they've been really good with the young guys and the freshmen. So now you're not really having to rely on 6 and 7 freshmen. You know, it's really just 3 of them, and then you can mix them with the returners and some of the guys we got in the portal. So it's been a really good mix, and, you know, everybody's done a good job of meshing and being connected and staying together.
You always hear coaches talking about having a player-led team. Does that make it easier to have a player-led team? Do you see them doing more coaching out there?
Yes, it does, because some of the guys, you know, who have been here before, it's easier for them. The transfers at first were kind of like freshmen too, because it's so different, you know, coming from a different program and a different structure and different terminology and stuff like that. So they had a bit of a learning curve also, but now that they've got their feet under them, they've done a good job of leading as well. And I think just the collection of all of them together has been really good.
He talks about playing fast, and we saw it, you know, on the court a couple of times. What's that been like to instill that? And can that maintain throughout a season? We hope so, and that's something Coach preached from day one, is we want to play with speed. And we kind of have the team and the guards and the wings and the bigs to do it. So we think that'll be one of our strengths this year and this season, because of our depth, is being able to play fast and get up and down the court. So that's something we see as an advantage against anyone we play. What's the premise behind it? Why play fast? Why try and get down the court so quickly? We're built for it with, you know, guards like Xavier, Ty, Davion, and those guys. And the shooting on the wing kind of opens up and creates easier shots for CJ and Kellen and Dante. And then you have premier athletes like Jacob, Keon, and Damian who can get up and down. And you have a big like Oscar who really likes to run. So we're kind of fit for it, and we think that's a way to kind of get out and get some easy points. What does Oscar bring to this team on the inside? He just brings the interior presence, both offensively and defensively. The way he rebounds and goes after balls, I think, is one thing that'd be really big for us. And just his physical presence and his energy. You know, his energy he plays with can kind of trickle down to the team and get them to play harder and stuff like that. So we're really excited about him being here and some of the stuff he's done. Does he bring a smile on your face like he does us when we get a chance to talk to him? He does. You know, he is a great person, a great kid. He's done a good job since day one when he came in, you know, at semester and stuff like that, of just wanting to do whatever to help. Even though he couldn't play and stuff last year, he's really helped us in practice and things like that. And now that he's gotten to play, it's been pretty much the same. It seems like this is a team that you can play so many different ways. We've already talked about the speed, playing that way.
seems like you go with a lot of guards, a lot of shooters, guys that can still handle the ball. I think that's a benefit too, that you got shooters that can handle the ball.
Yes, that's a big benefit. You can never, and I'm a little bit biased because I was a guard, but you can never have enough guards. So that's one thing that we really have this year. And we also have the ability to play big if we wanted to. You know, you could put, you know, Jacob at the 3, Keon at the 4, play with 2 smaller guards. So like you're saying, you can go 4 guards with Tata, Savir, Kellen, and CJ, and a big. So we have the ability to do a lot of different things, and I think it'll just be a game by game, trying to see what works and what fits best for that game.
You know, obviously have a huge game out of the gates, but what do you look for from this team heading into game 1?
Just that we're getting better, that we continue to progress. You know, the biggest thing is that the first game is a big game, but, you know, for us it's only a big game because it's the first game of the season. You know what I mean? So we really want to be as good as we can be in March. That's when you win championships, and that's what it's about here. So just hoping we progress game by game, month by month, week by week. So that's the big thing. And I think just going into the first game is just seeing some carryover of some of the stuff we've done this last 6 weeks.
Appreciate Coach Lucas giving us the time. All right, well, now for more with the players themselves.
That's right. They each sat down with our Maggie Davis to help the BBN get to know them off the court, starting with their hidden talents.
7th grade, we had this gym class activity and we had to juggle, and it just kind of like was natural to me. And then I kind of thought it was fun, and I just kept doing it, and I could start juggling almost anything.
I can skateboard a little bit, just a little bit, yeah. I can solve a Rubik's Cube.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you like timed yourself?
Yeah, I don't do it fast per se.
Hidden talents. I don't know. I play the guitar a little bit.
Me and Kareem Watkins, we be freestyling a little bit.
You want to like give us a sneak peek? No.
No.
Keep that under wraps.
Hidden talents. Well, you guys already know that I can play the piano a little bit.
You
I like
can tickle
playing.
the ivories, right?
Oh my gosh.
I understand you tickle the ivories a little bit.
Wait, what? I was so lost. That was the funniest thing ever.
What kind of stuff can you juggle?
I don't know, bowling pins, tennis balls, oranges, and like a lot of things.
Okay, next time we do something like this, I'm gonna
show
bring
you
some oranges
guys.
or something.
I'll show you guys.
I can ride the bike backwards.
Backwards? Okay, how'd you figure out you could do that?
I practiced that for 7 years.
7 years?
Yes.
I like what that says about your commitment.
Yes, I practiced that for 7 years. And one day, I keep trying hard. One day I get it right for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I start riding bike backwards easy now.
I like to sing, but don't put me on the spot. I'm not going to do it in front of everybody. I would say I'm a shower singer.
I probably learned how to juggle back in middle school, and ever since then I can just juggle. So
I think you're gonna need a pretty big bike.
I'm gonna need a big one, but like right now, I just like I'm doing basketball. Now I gotta stop that. I'm probably gonna I'm gonna try it again when I retire from playing basketball.
When we're away from basketball, I feel like we're all just pretty chill. But if we do something that has something with somebody winning or losing, it's gonna get real loud and competitive.
Like if we're playing checkers, like I'm playing to win. Like if you beat me, like we might have to fight.
I'm the biggest competitor, and I'm surrounded by other people that are just like me, so like that's good. Because like even if it's something little, I want to win.
Who do you think's the most competitive guy on this roster?
It'd probably be Lance. Like Lance doesn't like losing anything. You could literally be having an argument with him, and he does not want to lose that.
Lance is super competitive. Something's wrong with that dude, but yeah. I'll probably have to say Lance.
You think Lance is pretty competitive?
Yeah.
And what does he do that's so competitive?
Everything. You can be playing pool. He's competitive about that. So yeah, he's definitely the most competitive.
Pretty much everyone has said you're the most competitive guy on the team.
You ever get an argument with Lance, you just gotta stop, because he'll go all day, like literally all day, till he wins.
Most of the time, I wouldn't say I'm correct all the time, but I know what I'm talking about most of the time, or I won't argue about it.
You're so competitive. You want to do a little rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, let's go.
Best out of 3.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Gotcha.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Got you.
Dang, that was quicker than I thought.
Easy work.
All right, you win this one.
Yeah.
Next time I'm gonna come back. I know your strategy now.
No, there's actually a strategy, but I'm not going to tell you though. You can look it up though.
What's something you think the BBN doesn't know about you that you want them to know?
I'm a normal guy, just like everybody else, I guess. I mean, I think sometimes, you know, when you play on a platform and a stage like this, you kind of get lost in being as the basketball player and not just the person.
I'm very playful, like I like being around with kids, like playing around with kids, but when I step on that court, it's like a whole different person. Like, I'm mean, I'm serious, like, there's no playing around, it's straight to business. So I just I balance my two personalities real well.
See, like, I have a great personality, but like, I wouldn't give off that I'm a shy person. So like, around people I don't know, like, I'm kind of like quiet until like I get to know them.
Like I said, I'm just a competitive guy and can't wait to get to play in front of everybody this year. I feel like I have a lot to prove and a lot to show everybody.
I'm regular just like you. I tie my shoes on just like you, put my pants on. I put my left foot in first. Some people might do different, but yeah, I'm a normal guy just like everybody else.
I consider myself a pretty well-rounded person, and I have interests outside of just basketball. As much as basketball is my love and passion, I try to stay engaged in what's going on in the world and you know, social issues, political issues.
I'm very passionate about this. I'm very grateful to be in this position. I don't take it lightly. I know what I represent when I put this jersey on my chest. Not only representing the name Mints, but also, you know, the state.
I like to have like intellectual conversations about stuff that, you know, this just isn't a normal conversation. Talk about something that I might not know about, and I like to learn from other people. So if you were to tell me stuff about, you know, something you knew about, I'll be interested and willing to learn about it.
I want to impact winning, you know, just bringing back that culture that has always been here at Kentucky.
One thing they should know is I'm going to give it my all at the end of the day. You know, I have a passion for the game that's unmatched.
Because the ball's not going to bounce forever, so I like to have something to talk at the dinner table with when I'm 40, you know.
And I know, you know, how important this is, so this isn't just for me, this is for us. So I'm looking forward to having a really great season. This is my last one, and it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Are you kidding? What's not
awesome.
to love about these guys from
Right?
top to bottom?
That was fun and impactful. We learned a lot.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Goose Givens is back with us talking about those nasty Blue Devils. That's next on BB and Game Day.
How's it working out with Benny here at the credit union?
Yeah. I'll be right with you, man. My bad.
Benny's better at football. We're better at banking.
He's working out, in a sense.
UK Federal Credit Union. It's banking, only better.
Pizza. What you got there, Dad? Oh, man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
You're watching the 2021 UK Basketball Preview, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Coach K recruited me, so he came in Vegas, I believe in 2016, 17. So he watched me play. I destroyed that game. And after that, he came talk to me. I was not speak English. So he came talk to me. He asked me one thing, are you machine? I said, no, I'm not machine, I'm Oscar. Everybody started laughing. So I did not really understand what he was saying. He was just, are you machine? I said, no, I'm not machine, I'm Oscar. And I said, wow.
Oscar Sheboygan, national
Please
treasure.
call me a machine.
Yes.
You're right.
I'm
so
not
glad he's
machine,
here.
I'm Oscar. I love
him.
that.
Call him either. Now, he's the best. Now, Jack, you're back with us now to talk a little bit about Kentucky Duke.
All right, so this one's tipping off on Tuesday, November 9th around 9:30 Eastern time. Okay, y'all.
Okay,
I'm old, all right? So we're going to try to stay up late for this one.
That's right. Thoughts and prayers for making it through the Mike Krzyzewski show. Coach K is retiring at the end of this year, so that will definitely be mentioned a time or 1,000 or 1,000,000. But maybe that's just us being cynical.
Could be.
Coming to Kentucky just to be a part of Coach K's last game, I mean, that's super cool just from a kid from North Carolina, so I am looking forward to that.
Like, there's so much history, and it's something that I feel like everybody realizes and understands, like, the magnitude of this game. So it's going to be a great experience, and I just can't wait to fight my ass off and just have fun. Excuse my language.
All right, Goose, what do you think about that language and what he said as a whole?
Well, I hope he's right. Listen, I was in one of these legendary coaches' last game back in '75 when we went against John Wooden.
Oh, wow.
John Wooden,
Wow,
and it was
awesome.
his last game. And although I'm on the bad side of a trivia question because we lost in his last game, it is nice to be associated with a game like this. And another thing I like about Mintz is that he understands the history. And he sees that as an opportunity for him to be a part of something special. And I'm glad he views that. I hope all of them view it that same way.
Well, that's really why they come here, right? They want to be a part of something big. They want to be a part of something special. All right, so how about a look into who the Cats will be fighting their you-know-what's-off against for Duke. It all starts with Paolo Banchero, the #2 overall player in the class, 6'10", 250 pounds, a threat on both sides of the ball. Jack, who do the Cats throw at this guy? How do they limit him?
Well, the whole team.
There you go.
Throw everybody. And listen, the last time we played Duke and they had a guy by the name of Zion Williamson, they made us look so bad. I'm just hoping we get through the game. We've talked about the interior defense. Coach Cowell has made a big point of that. We're going to find out in this game how far we are and how far we have yet to go. But this guy's a superstar. There's no question about it. But it's going to be nice to kind of figure him out and throw different packages at him.
Goose, the Blue Devils also looking to redeem themselves from last year after not making the tournament last year. They've only played one exhibition game, totally blew out Winston-Salem State, 106-38. And the AP poll, Duke is preseason #9, Kentucky #10. In general, what do you make of the matchup?
Well, Duke's not the only team that has something to prove. I mean, that's fact number one. Kentucky's got to prove some stuff as well. But what it's going to be is you have Duke and you have Kentucky. What else needs to be said? It's going to be a great atmosphere playing in the Garden. It's going to be an opportunity for both teams to kind of make an early statement. I don't know that either team is worthy of being ranked #1 or #2, but it is #1 and #2 when you talk about Duke. Well, when you talk about Kentucky and Duke, I'm gonna put Kentucky first. So that's gonna be the thing. We just want to try to get a statement. And we want to be on the upside of that.
All right, Goose, Kentucky fans are so used to this game and the magnitude of it all that sometimes I think they might lose sight of how big it is. But listen to Davion Mintz's perspective here.
I used to watch the championship class, even if I had a game, going to, being a starting guard at another, high-level university, and then, hurrying up, taking a shower after practice or as a game to make sure I get back and watch Kentucky and, Duke and all the tip-off of this tournament. And now just to be playing in it is crazy to me, but a lot of years of hard work goes into that, but man, I'm super excited to be in this position from now, hurrying and rushing to watch it to now be a part of it. It's mind-blowing to me, but I'm super excited, man.
How cool is that? I mean, he probably feels like how maybe a lot of us would feel watching that. What'd you think of that?
Well, I'm going to ask him next time I talk to him, as a kid, which uniform did he have on?
Right.
Was he seeing it in a Duke uniform or in a Kentucky uniform? Being from Carolina,
Yes.
So I'm going to have to ask him about that. But regardless, I think he, in a nutshell, talks about and makes it very clear the importance of this game. Listen, this is going to be watched by the world, not just here in the U.S., but this game is going to be all over the place, and we'll follow Coach K the rest of the year, no question about that. But it is going to be a big game. I'm very anxious to see how both teams approach this.
All right, up next, we're going behind the scenes of the Kentucky Castle.
It's very cool. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
When you're named the #1 hospital in Kentucky for 5 straight years, it comes with enormous responsibility. A responsibility that we're honored to hold. It means that no healthcare challenge is too big or too small. It means that we will always show the best of us. It means that we are the hospital to meet the healthcare needs of the Commonwealth. The best in Kentucky, the best for Kentucky. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
You're watching the 2021 UK Basketball Preview, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back into BBN Game Day's official Kentucky basketball season preview show.
But we can't do only basketball, right? We have to do a little fashion as well. Here's our behind-the-scenes look at Picture Day at the Kentucky Castle.
I know you love your sense of fashion. Tell me a little bit how you would describe your fashion sense.
Different, like unique, kind of like a Russell Westbrook. Like I'm starting to get into it, but it's just different from everybody else. Like they try to make fun of my jean shorts, but that's hard to me.
What made you decide jorts were the way to go today?
I mean, it's different. Like nobody expected it. You ain't expect it. He ain't expect it. So I had to come with that.
So I know you love your shoes. What kind of shoes were you rocking with today?
I had on off-white Dunks, so Nike Dunks, they're like the red and gray off-white pair, so that's what I wore today.
The Gucci is one of my favorites, so like I'm always save some money and get some Gucci stuff. I love that.
What is it about Gucci that you're really into?
I don't know very much, but I got my little bag right here, my hat, as you can see. Everything is good, like pretty good.
When you were picking out all your outfits for today, what was going into that decision? What's your sense of fashion?
I called my mom. My mom picked out all my stuff.
What was her advice to you?
She told me to smile because I don't smile often, like when I take pictures.
I'm looking to be different. I have like a vintage vibe to myself, so only thing that's going in my mind is drip, 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 drip.
I threw this together in probably about 30 minutes. Went to the mall, found some stuff. Just tried to match what I could. You know, our schedule is crazy. I ain't having much time to shop, but you know, I think I put together a pretty decent outfit.
I actually wore like what I wore to graduation, for my graduation party and stuff like that. And Deb, she wanted me to get the hat from Dillard, so I grabbed that. So that's how I pretty much put my fit together.
So did your graduation party look something like this, the Kentucky Castle?
No, not at all. This is way better than that.
So what do you think of the Kentucky Castle? I mean, it's a pretty crazy place.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Something like it's gonna be my house. And build my house like this. So.
Build your house like this and maybe have a couple of cars in your garage like the ones you took pictures with earlier, right?
Yeah, them cars have me feeling like Vin Diesel. So, I mean, if they ever need someone for Fast and Furious 10, you know, hit me up. I'm right here.
How did it feel to be a model at the castle?
You know, it's not my first rodeo. I've done a lot of practicing with my sister. She models back at home.
Oh, really?
So, you know, we practice in the mirror from time to time. And at the end of the day, I still look better than her. So. That's all that matters.
Coach Cal, you guys have probably heard him say this, the thing that helps their brand the most is in between the lines, but there is so much more to these kids that we want to show off that have really neat stories to tell. Obviously, they're here to play basketball, they're here to get an education, but there's a lot more to them that we want to kind of peel back the layers and show our fans.
You get these pictures back, right? You pick your favorite one, you're throwing it on the gram. What's your caption?
See, I actually just thought about that, and it's probably going to be something with some Drake.
Really?
Drake always gets you right, so.
So when you stand over here with the cars and you're thinking about, you know, you're trying to take pictures with these really nice cars, you're in a music video, is Drake what you're thinking about?
Yeah, either Drake or Jay-Z, one of them two. You know, they businessmen, they mogul, so that's what I think about.
So hopefully they'll see these pictures and they'll call you, right? Let you in their next music video?
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be a dream come true.
If you're picturing yourself in a music video, where are you putting yourself? What's the music video you're thinking about?
I hate to say this, but didn't Justin Bieber do some music video like this?
At a castle?
Not quite a castle, but really nice house with cars in front.
It seems like you're more of a Justin Bieber fan than I am, so I'm not positive.
I'm not a Justin Bieber fan, but he's got a couple hits that I can listen to.
Who's the next supermodel in this group?
I didn't see anybody else but myself, but you know, you can take that for what you will.
I think I'm up there. I probably say Jacob, because he loved to pose and flex and do a whole bunch of extra stuff.
Jacob or Davion, they like stuff like this. I like stuff like this, but I'm not huge into pictures and all that stuff. So, but it'll probably be Jacob and Davion. They'll probably take it. And BC, I think BC would do a good job.
Probably me. Nah, I don't know. Probably maybe Jacob, because he's outgoing, so he might have some good poses too.
JT. I mean, he's got a little pretty boy in him. I think all of us do to some degree, but I think JT probably is embracing this the most.
Who do you think is going to be the best model today?
me, 100%. Like, what? That's not even a question. Look at me. This is on the fly. Like, I'm just used to this type of things because, like, I like taking pictures of myself. I like looking in the mirror. So this is all normal to me.
Okay, then on the fly right now, best pose. I'm going to count you down. Ready? I'll do it with you. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, hit it. There it is.
That's my pose right there.
3, 2, 1, smolder. Crushed it. 1, 2, 3. I'm holding a mic, so this looks weird. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. We did it.
St. Joseph Health has expanded its affiliation with Cleveland Clinic Cancer Center. As a leader in cancer screenings, diagnosis, and treatment for more than 40 years, St. Joseph Health continues to bring world-renowned cancer care to our communities. We'll now be able to reach more Kentuckians with highly specialized care, expertise, and convenience for you and your family. Whether you are newly diagnosed, want a second opinion, or would like to schedule a cancer screening, give us a call at 844-940-HOPE.
How's it working out with Benny here at the credit union?
Yeah. I'll be right with you, man. My bad.
Benny's better at football. We're better at banking.
He's working out, in a sense.
UK Federal Credit Union. It's banking, only better.
You're watching the 2021 UK Basketball Preview, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
All right, time for the moment of truth. Kentucky Duke predictions. I guess I'm going first, and I'm going to say 85-75 Kentucky. If they score over 80, I think they win this.
Ooh, I like it.
That's
All
a
right.
offense.
I'm going UK with all the points.
Okay.
Whatever that adds up to, as long as it's a dub.
I'll go next. I'll go Duke 58, UK 64.
And I don't think either team's going to be able to stop the other, so both teams will be in the 88 to 84. Kentucky's going to win.
All right. Good picks, everybody. Goose, as always, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks to everyone at home. Thanks for watching our Kentucky basketball season preview show presented by the UK Federal Credit Union.
And for the latest on the Cats during the season, tune in to BBN tonight, weeknights at 7:30 on the official station for Big Blue Nation, LEX 18, or watch anytime on the LEX 18 app or on bbntonight.com. Thanks for joining us. Go Cats, beat Duke.
The 2021 UK Basketball Preview, presented by UK Federal Credit Union, sponsored by Alltech, CHI St. Joseph Health, Kroger, Papa John's, Shelter Insurance, UK Healthcare, and Toyota.